Problem with fighting where white youth have a problem with being destructive and offensive. So it is sad that our government is actively working to de-emphasize educating and uplifting students of color in different backgrounds on college campuses. That emphasis is going to be diminished, and the only kids that will suffer will be our kids. They were willing to hold up the advancement of the state of Wisconsin because they disagree with DEI. What are white Republicans afraid of? Why are they afraid to face the fact that their grandmas and grandpapas were part of a system which purposely held black folks back and failed to give us the access that we deserve? Until these politicians stop ignoring these egregious acts of hate and racial incidents, America can never be great again.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Low.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1017 The Truth.
Tory Low. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio. And I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Taco Tuesday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this September 2nd, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, salute to everybody that's joining the show in the chat. Josh in the chat, Glowish in the chat, Jeff, SJ. Salute to everybody in the chat that's joining the show in the chat. It's been a long weekend. We had Monday off. Salute to Not Really a City Girl. She joined in the chat. It's been a long holiday weekend, DJ Brother Z. Did you enjoy your Labor Day?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty smooth.
Was it powerful?
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but it was just days off. I ain't do none.
Hey, I got a chance to actually relax late yesterday. I got a chance to just relax, so that's powerful. But it's the first show of the week, and y'all know how we get down on the first show of the week. Let's get the Miracle Minister Kevin on the lines. How you doing, Minister Kevin?
Hey, Tory, I'm blessed, man. How you doing? You and DJ Brother Z, how y'all doing today?
Hey, feeling powerful.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Minister Kevin, it's a lot going on,
yes,
but today is the first day of school for Milwaukee public school students.
Yes, it is. My grandson went to school today, and I told him that, I was going to show up at his school today, but I think I'm going to change my mind because I don't want to make him think I don't trust him because, you can go to school and kind of get a feel of what's going on that year and information needed so you can follow their progress and everything. But I want him to bring that home to me and, and let me see that he can be trusted. I'm going to give him a couple of days. Then go to school and bring back the package, whatever it is, so I'll be able to follow your progress in school, which I haven't been able to do the last year and a half. So if he bring it home, then it's good. If not, I'll be at the school. That's what parents need to do. That's my grandson, but we need to go to school and make sure that we can track their progress, make sure that they're in school every day, they ain't skipping, that they're actually doing their work in school, because nowadays they don't even have homework. I don't even know how that works anymore in FES. But you have to track them and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and not just pushing our students through to the next grade just because they're showing up or because they get tired of seeing them, whatever it might be. So as a grandparent, I'm eager to go do that. So I hope that the other parents are eager to do it as well.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's a lot that these kids got to face in public schools. We know that. But it's our job as the parents and as the guardians to make sure that they have all the resources and the things that they need to succeed right now. And that's why I say, over the summer, there was a lot of youth listening to the show. There was a lot of youth tapping into the Tory Low Show, because when I seen them, they would always rap the intro and they would always talk about what they heard from the show, the positive things that they were hearing and how enlightened they got over the summer from listening to the Tory Low Show. So I always tell people, we got young people, they listening, they paying attention. We just got to show them something.
Oh, yeah. I love it when you had the two young ladies on there and they were talking about church and they did prayers and all that. I mean, I'm listening all the time, and that really made my heart feel good, listening to young people like that. And I even had young people coming to our church Sunday, which was awesome to see as well, because they are seeking too. And the lesson, I didn't know if it was coincidence or to set up like this, but the lesson that I taught in Sunday school Sunday was that God had set up like when Joshua had crossed the Jordan River before they marched around Jericho and the walls came down. They had marched across there, and just as God opened the Red Sea with Moses, he also parted the water of the Jordan River for Joshua and them to come through. And they took 12 stones out there and set up a pillar, a monument, to remember what God has done for them. And so I always look at that, see what God has done for them. And they can teach their children that. Because, sometimes we forget to teach our children. And that's what we need to do now. Our teachers need to teach our children the basic education in school. And we need to teach our children about religion, about God, what God has done for them. Because there's nothing more powerful than a testimony. I think that's even more powerful than the preached word.
Well, I'll say
testimony, the people can see what God has done.
Well, I'll say this. I think that people now need to have real live examples. People need to start being the example of what they want to see. And I challenge all of my young people, be the person that you want others to be. Be that person. Don't wait to look and find that person. Be the person that you want to see. And I tell adults this, stop contributing to what's negative and be the neighbor. Be that person in your family that you wanted to see, that you would want to show up for you. And then people will usually imitate success. Like if they see something and they perceive it to be successful or a way to go, they will try to emulate that. And people don't understand your behavior many times will be emulated, especially around children when they see you. A lot of times we talk to them, but they're going to actually look at the actions and pay attention to more of the actions, and then they're going to emulate that when they're not around you.
That's why I say the testimony, not the testimony. You don't need nobody coming here with
the test the baloney.
And then saying one thing and doing another. No testimony. Testimony.
Right. Well, I'll say
so, and that's so very important.
Well, I'll say this. I think that in these times, we have so much competition for the minds of the youth with the music, with social media, with what's going on the streets, with what's going on in their phones. We don't have time to be laxed because we have to make sure that we're present, that we're active, and that we're consistent with the young people.
Absolutely, and we're supposed to be the light. Whether you're a light and talk about what Jesus tell you in Matthew chapter 5, you're a light of the world, or you're a light at home in your own parental way, that you have to be the light that they have to look up to you because they live in a dark world and they need someone to light up their future, light up their life. And we have to be that light that they can see, no matter how dark it is. If that light is shining bright enough, it chases away the darkness. Whatever dark things they have in the corner of their hearts, that light can chase it away. So we have to be that light for them. We have to be the light that's also in the lighthouse that guides ships to shore in a storm. They going through a storm. They have to look and see which way is land because all you see is water beating on every side of the ship. But if you see that lighthouse, that light shining in the lighthouse, that will guide them to you, and it will bring them to safety. So we have to be that light no matter what we do, whether it's in church, whether you're at home, in the grocery store, whatever. We want to demonstrate the behavior in which we want them to demonstrate as well. We can't sit up there cussing them out all day, expect them to be an angel Johnny. We can't do that. We have to show what it is we want them to do through our actions, not just through our words.
Hey, look, that's what I tell. Well, I tell people, like, I'll tell you this, and somebody in the Talk to Text just chimed in 9400 says that unfortunately all your advice falls on deaf ears. And I'll say this, there is people that want knowledge. I'm not saying everybody do, but there are some people that want to hear or want to see which way to go. And they're young and they're eager and they're willing to do the work. And I've seen them. I seen these young people. They come to me and they talk to me when I'm out and about, and when I'm in the house in the front rooms. I see these young people. So a lot of people would believe that a lot of the advice is falling on deaf ears if you're paying attention to mainstream media. But when you on the front lines, you get to see the people, and they will pour back into you, and they get to talk to you and tell you why they feel a certain way and how you have affected them. So I understand what you're trying to say, but that's if you're looking at the mainstream media. That's if you're not involved in what's going on. You will come to that conclusion that many times a lot of the positive things that are going on are falling on deaf ears. But unfortunately, what you're saying is not true. 940.
But sorry, what I just mentioned, that you had the young people there in the studio with you. So that shows that all of the ears are not deaf. Now, here's the thing, Tory. When a farmer goes out to plant crops, all the seed does not produce crops. Every seed that he places in the ground does not grow into a crop, but enough of them do. And when those crops grow, they produce more seeds inside them. So that's what's important. You don't worry about every one of them. You don't worry about, well, I planted 10 apple seeds. I want 10 apple trees. If you produce one out of that 10, that one tree go grow a lot more fruit and have a lot more seeds than you planted. So you don't worry about how many don't grow. Just be thankful what does grow, the fruit you do have.
Hey, like I
said.
So
we don't look at things as a pessimist kind of view. We look at optimists, not pessimists, that fall on deaf ears. As long as you hit one out of those 10, it's going to continue to grow on, and it's not going to die out.
Well, I'll say this, many times when you look at society, you get down, you lose hope. You like, man, I don't understand, why, we can't get around this. But you're looking at the mainstream view. And when you don't get out in your neighborhood, when you don't go door to door and talk to your neighbors, when you don't move around on the front lines, it's hard to see what's growing underneath. Because sometimes when you're not on the front lines, you don't get to see the root. You don't get to see the root. I get to see the roots.
Exactly.
So I'm telling you, there are people that are receiving positive messages. There are people that want to know how and exactly what to do. I have sit downs with people. I don't do meetings, but I do sit downs. I do sit down with people and talk about and plan and strategize with hundreds of people all the time. See, people get upset. Oh, I don't do meetings. No, that's trash. But we will sit down and do some action all the time.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I really don't. I don't blame you because a lot of meetings are not fruitful, and that's understandable. But shout out to Josh Jermaine in the chat because I like what he said as well. He was saying sometimes these kids need to start from scratch. Sometimes they have to learn from adults and do the complete opposite. And that is so true because people in your life, they don't mean you have to do what they do. Sometimes a person in your life, your parent, a dad, because we so much trying to put the dads in the household. Sometimes the dad's not good to be there, but it depends on how you look at him because you could do exact opposite. You can see things in him that you don't like and say, I'm not going to do that. And that will encourage you to do better than what that person is doing. Whether it's an uncle in the house, whoever, their friend next door, you say, I'm not going to do that. I see she got pregnant. I ain't going to have these boyfriends run up into my house sneaking them in like I see her do. Whoever it might be. It ain't all just parents. People that you in your life, some bring good things to you, some show you the bad things, and you have to say, well, hey, I don't want that. I'll make sure I stay for going down the same pathway they went because I don't want the same results that they have. So everybody don't have to be good. Some can be bad. You can learn from that as well.
Hey, I learned from what people do all the time. I said, I'm not going to do that. I mean, a lot of people see a lot of people go down the wrong way, and they think that they're going to avoid it. But that's not true. You're going to be the 11th person. If it's 10 that went down that way and something bad happened, the chances may be great that you're going to be the 11th person that does it. Just like success. If you see 10 people successful going one way and you get around that group and you work and you do the work, you may be the 11th person that get the success. It's just who you surround yourself by, what information you're taking in, and is it fruitful work? Some things are not fruitful. Some ideas just is not fruitful. But you trying to be the 11th person in that idea and hoping that you can produce some fruit. And I tell people all the time, you got to watch who the people you surround yourself by. The top 5 people will measure your outcome. The top 5 people in your circle, the people that you talk to the most, will have a huge effect on your output.
Well, that was from what's that? Verizon that had that a long time ago.
But that was a study.
5 people in your circle.
But that's a study. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about that, you might pick some people that you call time that you like, but you was able to replace people as well. You was able to replace them. You didn't have to stick with their 5 forever. You got to realize that the 5 in your circle are not there for life. Some for a reason, some for a season. So you have to be able to say, well, okay, you're not working in this 5, so I need to replace you with somebody else because you're bringing me down. You wasn't a crab and sparrow. So I can't have you there. I can't give you that position of power in my life.
Well, that takes a lot of understanding of how things work, and you're right. I think we all replace people along our journey for one reason or another, especially in these relationships. People cut folks off quick now with the relationship thing, so they replacing and patching and tweaking every day.
Yeah, that's what a lot of these preachers are teaching nowadays. I don't know where they get a lot of that stuff on their teeth, but they quick to throw somebody out.
But that's why we need prayer. That's why we got to get to the prayer, that Monday prayer on this Tuesday. And I appreciate you, Miracle Minister Kevin. I'm going to need everybody out there in Radio Land to get on one accord as we go through the week. And I thank you, Miracle Minister Kevin, for bringing us the prayer as usual.
Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you. Lord God, we honor you once again for the gift of life and the function of our faith. We continue to seek your guidance in everything that we do, in every word that we speak. As all of our children are now headed back into school, move them in the right places to be, shun all evilness and danger from their pathways, afford them the peace and safety that they rightly deserve and justly demand. Have the teachers to educate them in an honest fashion and build up on their futures. And as that is being done, Lord, please do the same for the parental figures that are in their life. We all can learn the way and the truth of how we should live and please you in doing what you have us to do in this world. And this world will be a better place. I speak life and life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hey, anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
And that's Tory Low, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place.
You know, I'm working in the morning, and I was listening back on the Truth app.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
If you have built-in advantages as a white person that you just have, and it's not like a white kid has sat down when they're young and said, okay, white kid, you have all these advantages. They just exist. It's built into the fabric of what America is. And I don't expect them to want to willingly give up their advantages. Just like I don't expect someone who is successful to share their secrets of their success. I expect successful people to gatekeep.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Truth Nation, are you or anyone you know looking for a new job opportunity? Well, attend the City of Milwaukee Job Fair on Thursday, September 11th from noon to 3 p.m. in the parking lot of Walgreens located at 9040 West Good Hope Road. Vendors from multiple employment sectors will be present to meet with you and share opportunities for hiring, training, upskilling, and so much more. They will also feature a live DJ, food, and refreshments, all while supplies last. Brought to you by Alderman Mark Chambers Pearce Jr., Alderman Lamont Westmoreland, and Alderwoman Larissa Taylor. Sponsored by City of Milwaukee, Milwaukee Common Council, City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, Office of Community Wellness and Safety, Northcott Neighborhood House, Fathers Making Progress, Northwest Side Community Development Corporation, State of Wisconsin DWD, Ross Innovative Employment Solutions, Goodwill Industries of Southeast Wisconsin, UMOS, DCMKE, 30th Street Corridor, Boys and Girls Club of Greater Milwaukee Urban League, Maximus, and Amplifier.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
It's the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I pledge allegiance to my legion, call me GG from the top now. I know I said I love you, but it's hot now. I look like coming back up to the block now. Wow. Hey. Turn on lights, 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 turn on lights. I flow, and when I leave, she feeling my ghost. You shorty black, but she still in my post. I keep a black tuck, give me no host. I like flex, but I'm doing the motion. And when I leave, she feeling my ghost. You shorty black, but she
1017 The Truth. Tory Low Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. There's been a lot of talk about the National Guard coming to Chicago. They already in D.C., but I saw something over the weekend where the D.C. mayor spoke out about what was going on post the National Guard, and I want to get some of that up, DJ Brother Z, because I want to hear from the people, because the media, we know when the political comes around, one side is for the liberals and one side is for the Republicans, depending on what media outlet you're watching. And then you got, race baiters that work for the left, and then you got nationalists that's working for the right. And so you never hear from the people directly involved because the media clogs up so much of the attention. And many times a lot of these politicians are so far out of what the regular people on the streets think. Like, they'll show you extreme bots on both sides. Like, even the people that's talking many times, the regular people that they claim is regular people, the fanatics, the botted out people on each side, they'll let them talk. But I want to start getting closer to what the residents are saying. Because I just want to know, because these are the people that are in these neighborhoods that are being mostly affected by a lot of these situations. And I'm gonna try to get away from a lot of the mainstream talking ideas, because they're going to shape the narrative. Just like with the shot, just like with Black Lives Matter, just like when these campaigns come around, like, they'll shape a narrative and feed it to you. And then we get lost in the shuffle. The regular people, the people that's living in these conditions, get lost in the shuffle. Now I think everything is so far stretched that they do not represent the regular people that's on the ground. Like, if you go to neighborhoods and just talk to the regular people and you hear what's in the mainstream media, sometimes that ain't even, it don't even coincide. It don't even sound the same. The conversation is not the same. We got to get back more to we the people and stop allowing these blaring clickbait conversations dictate how you feel instead of paying attention to what's really going on in your neighborhood. But the mayor from D.C. came out and spoke about what was going on in D.C. And we got some video, and sometimes with these media outlets, depending on what side they lean in, they'll shape the narrative. But let's see if we can get some of her original, what she's saying. Let's listen.
We greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
But Bowser went on to explain that the presence of masked immigration officers and National Guard soldiers from other outlets was not helping.
All right.
What we know is not working is a break in trust between police and community, especially with new federal partners in our community. We know having masked ICE agents in the community has not worked, and National Guards from other states has not been an efficient use of those resources. I'm devastated by people living in fear. I think you know very clearly how I feel about our nation needing comprehensive immigration reform, about the Congress establishing a pathway to citizenship for hardworking people who came to this country for a better life and who are not criminals, who are law-abiding. And I think when that question is finally answered, that's the only way to deal with this fear, or to deal with these agencies going after law-abiding people.
Hey,
Francesca,
I'll say this, the immigration fight, black people stand hard with their immigration stuff, boy. But when there's something going on in their community, they don't say nothing. You can hear a rat use the bathroom on Cotton. Something going on with the blacks. But these black folks, these black talking heads, especially the one in Chicago, especially the mayor in Chicago, he going hard for that immigration stuff, boy. They even got over $1 billion deficit dealing with that stuff. And, They stand strong on that, but then when you talk about the stuff that's going on in the black community, the things that we need, they don't stand that hard. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it, and it's just interesting to watch. Now they for everybody, but when they going around to get the vote, they make a lot of promises to the black community. They make a lot of promises that they gonna do this, they gonna do that. Oh, I'm from the block. I'm from the streets. I'm this, I'm that. Then once they get the vote and they get in, now everybody, but we don't get nothing out of the deal. Now I'm trying to fight for everybody, and you don't even see the fight for you. At least fight for me too. But you don't see that. And that's the problem. That's why nobody don't trust these politicians no more. They don't trust these pastors. They don't trust these politicians. They done jumped in bed together. They don't trust a lot of the. I talk to the folks. I'm gonna start doing a series where I'm gonna just go down the neighborhood and start talking to regular folks and asking them how they feel about certain things. Without all of the media hush-posh, without all of the clickbait, without all of the drama that goes on that we see out here that's mainstream, I'm gonna start standing outside just a regular Walmart, Costco. I'm just going to start asking, like Jay Leno used to do. Like Jay Leno used to stand out on the street. DJ Bugsy, I'm going to start standing out on the street and asking folks how they really feel. And stop allowing for the mainstream media to really just control the narrative. Because sometimes the regular people get lost in the shuffle. Lauren says, because in the black community, everything starts at home. If you talk about these bad parents out here, folks got something to say. Well, I think that bad parenting is across the board, but it's more magnified when it's black. Everything is more magnified when it's black. Everything. Like, they put the microscope on black to make you feel that this is what it is. It's a lot of good parents out here. It's a lot of parents that drop their kids off to college. I talk to a lot of adults that tell me they just dropped their kids off to college and they never went to college. Understand what I'm saying? And then they want you to focus on the parents that may not be doing the right thing. And many times, if you look in their past, they came from broken families, and it was it's like, you know, what they call when it keeps happening, it's almost like they just continuating what happened to them from the broken family structure, generational ideas that continues to move forward through poverty. And I'm not making an excuse for bad parents, because really they need to really be, if you're going to bring some kids here, if you're going to do all of that, you really need to try to come up with a plan on how to deal with that. But at the same time, you can't ignore the social engineering that's going on in our communities that stopped the dad and the mom from being in the house together. That government start giving out programming that said, okay, you can have this, but you can't have this as a family. So let's not miss the root causes of a lot of this bad ideas that we're seeing, the output, because they knew that would be the output in the future. They knew that this would be the result of dumping drugs in the neighborhood. They knew the outcomes. And what we're seeing is the outcomes. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have a pop culture report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
The Tory Low Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Kyle Walls, and I'm coming through with something special for lucky fans. Tacos and Tequila Fest is going down Saturday, September 13th at Franklin Field. Enjoy your favorite throwback hits with performances by Lil Jon, Pretty Ricky, B.O.B., Trina, and more. This event is strictly 21 and up, so leave the kiddos at home and get ready to vibe out. And guess what? We've got your chance to win free tickets to the hottest fest of the year right here on 1017 The Truth. We'll be giving away tickets to lucky callers, so make sure you tune in for your chance to win tickets to Tacos and Tequila Fest Milwaukee.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. A tough one for the Brewers on Monday afternoon. They fall to the Phillies by a final score of 10-8. The Brewers tying the game in the 8th inning, but Admiral Uribe surrendering 2 runs in the 9th, and the Brewers go on to lose Game 1 of their 3-game series. They enter today with a 5.5-game lead in the National League Central Division. Off day today, the Brewers will pick things back up on Wednesday evening. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are prepping officially for Week 1 of the NFL season. Head coach Matt LaFleur talking about his newest Packer, Micah Parsons.
I mean, he can wreck a game in a hurry. And I just know going against him and having a game plan, you just got to be very, very careful who you're putting down him and just what type of protections you're doing.
The Packers will resume practice this week. Limited participation for Micah Parsons in his first practice as a Packer on Monday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting our hometown team, member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Peace, Jolie. 1017 The Truth. Tory Low Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got the Pop Culture Report. Glenn Pearce in studio. Truth Nation Insider in studio.
What it do?
It's a lot going on.
It was a long weekend. We got a lot to catch up on.
We got a lot to catch up on. What's going on with this Micah Parsons? I mean, I just want to get your opinion on this, because people talking Super Bowl talk because Micah Parsons, one person that came.
Right.
And now it's changed the game.
They're making him seem like he's the Messiah, though. I don't know. I don't feel
the
too good about it.
second coming of Reggie White.
Ooh.
The second coming of Reggie.
It's some big shoes to fill. But the trade details are kind of shaking out, and people should be a little nervous. Apparently, he's going through a back injury. I think people thought that he was faking it for camp, like while he was holding in, when he was in training camp with the Cowboys. But I think he had something wrong with his lumbar. I think he had like an L4 or L5 sprain or something. So they're going to shoot him up with whatever drugs they need. I think he had to get like an epidural or something like that to be ready to play this week. Yeah, it's crazy. He was on the field, though, yesterday. He looked explosive at practice.
He was looking powerful.
Yeah, he was moving them bags. But that's on air. I don't know if he could be tossing 300-pound men around like that. But
all right, so is that what kind of injuries? Is it something that you can rest and heal, or?
It's like by pain tolerance kind of thing. Like, it's kind of like they'll manage it as best as they can. Obviously, there's a lot of other like core work and stuff like that they'll use to stabilize him. But it's a tolerance thing. Like, he might feel great one week, and then the next week he might be out for 2 weeks. It could be one of those things that's just going to be a nagging injury. Because I don't know when they have their bye on their schedule. But if they have to play 4 to 5 games in a row, and it get to hurting, he might have to sit out a little bit to kind of manage it. So we'll see.
Well, I'll say this: when you got that money, I mean, that maybe that'll help, like that motivation.
Everything hurt when I got money.
Look, let me tell you something. The game is only a couple hours. If I could get through the pain, I think that many times when we talk about football now, a lot of people talk about load management. I remember when we was coming up, people was playing with broken ribs. Shoulder, the clavicle bone was messed up. They still played.
It's not even that. We had dudes. I think Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott cut a finger off. To keep playing football. And I think they won the Super Bowl that year, right? If I'm not correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's these. We understand with the injuries and kind of the CTE, like the phenomenon that we kind of understand now about traumatic brain injuries. These men want their money because the NFL stands for not for long. So, again, that's why you can't fault Micah Parsons for wanting his money up front.
He already put his time in, so he want that good contract because when I tell people football is the most brutal, one of the most brutal.
Yep.
I thought rugby was brutal, but football got passed and you just smacking into people. They trying to limit a lot of the impact on football. But really, these football players deserve whatever they can get.
No, for sure. And they encourage, obviously, a lot of these players that are in the NFL now, they're generational talents. They've been playing football since they were 8 to 7 years old. So God only knows what's going on in their head. Obviously, you can't see what someone's brain looks like until, death and until they start to dissect and kind of figure out what the tissues kind of look like and the trauma that they've had over their careers of playing football. But some of these men have been playing tackle football for upwards of 20 to 25 years.
Well, let me tell you something. I met William Henderson. I was out at a camp.
Yeah.
And I met William Henderson. And salute to Gilbert Brown because he does a lot of things with the kids. He has different things he does, and that's how I was able to meet William Henderson because I was hanging out with Gilbert Brown, me and my brother Theo.
Right.
And William Henderson was kind of going through where CTE, because he was a running back, he was a fullback, he was colliding all the time.
Every other play, yeah.
The way he was talking post football, a lot of these players are suffering due to the head collisions and things like that, or the back issues, or maybe the leg, the knee, the Achilles may have torn, So once they get done with the sport, they almost disabled.
Yeah, it's a costly price to pay. I mean, like for me, I played on a little lower end. Like I played a little bit of Division I, I played a little bit of Division III. But I had a friend who was a quarterback. He had 3 knee surgeries by the time he was 23, and so we don't even know if he has any cartilage left in his knee. He's going to be 50-something, probably in need of a knee replacement. So when we see these players demand the amount of money, or, the guarantees that they have. Obviously, we've seen it happen plenty of times. There's Deshaun Watson, who got an absurd amount of guaranteed money, and he obviously
with a happy ending.
Exactly, and he's blessed because he actually did get hurt in the end, but his money is secured.
And he actually did go get the happy ending too.
Oh yeah, for sure. He got rubbed down a little bit here and there. He probably still is. He's on injured reserve for a little while.
Go.
He knew where to find the right customer and the right paying people. But I mean, even still, till we see it with Micah Parsons now, I think $120 million guaranteed. And who's to say? Obviously, we hope that he pans out and that he is the legend. He's on the right path. He's a star, nonetheless. But if he does, end up being a dud, God forbid, injuries and stuff like that befall him, at least his family is taken care of. He is taken care of, for anything else that he might have to deal with later on in life.
I think he still got gas in the tank.
Oh, for sure.
I think he still got 3 good years to give us, even with the injury. Now, will he perform on the highest level? That's yet to see. But I still think he's still an impact player.
Yeah.
Where he's going to make an impact. He's going to free up Rashawn Gary. He's going to free that. You got 2 people coming off the corner now.
Right.
Ooh,
they some boy,
and I always said that you got to have the dogs up front, right?
Yeah.
If you want to challenge for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, we talked about it again. This team is built to be a team that scores 24 to 28 points a game, and they hold people under 21, and they can win a lot of games that are going to be close because they have a running back that they can give the ball to 20 times a game. They have semi-stable receivers. Obviously, we need to see if Matthew Golden is going to step up and become that number one guy. But the secondary also, they were, amongst the top 10 in turnovers because of McKinney. McKinney had, 9 or 8 interceptions last year. So they can flip the field and provide opportunities for the offense. If Micah Parsons is at 50%, give me Micah Parsons at 50% and let Rashawn Gary go out at 100.
No more double teams for Rashawn Gary.
Absolutely.
He was getting slowed up because he was getting double teamed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now he's going to be one-on-one in a lot of situations. Yeah. And at crunch time,
I know it's going to get crazy.
It's going to be a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
If Green Bay can get half of what we believe out of Micah Parsons, we heading to the Super Bowl.
No, absolutely. Again, and two, they won one divisional game last year. I think Micah Parsons right now, it assures you up another 2 divisional wins. And that flips everything. That gives them a top 3 or 4 seed to the point where they could host, a home playoff game. And obviously that leads to much more momentum playing where other teams don't have to, or they have to come to Green Bay and they have to deal with the elements. And you get some guys that might be fresher because they might get that extra week of rest that other teams won't. But also, just kind of paying more attention to the situation with Parsons. I feel I'm a little cautious because they do play the Lions week 1. And that game is very significant. Obviously, any divisional game is significant.
Right.
If it wasn't a game where it wasn't in the division, I would say sit him out for a week and still let him, recover and rest. But obviously,
he got to play the Detroit.
Yeah, I would say the team got to be full go. So
we off the top. This game is going to set the pace.
You think so?
Yes, the Detroit Lions. If we're going to dominate, where people say that the black and blue division is going to be won by Green Bay, you got to beat the Detroit Lions. You got to beat the Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
It ain't even no room. Ain't no room at the top for 2.
I just wish they had some time to feel things out. I wish they had some time to kind of figure out the scheme, kind of get some other guys going first, because it's kind of all in from day one. If you lose that game, you're setting yourself back.
Right.
There's a lot of room that you got to make up, and headed towards November and headed towards December. But I'm excited again. Generational talent. It was the trade that needed to be made, and people say that they got him at a good value.
Let me tell you something. I'm talking to people and saying that they planning the post Super Bowl parade.
See, they
went to the parade.
I don't get into none of that.
They got the confetti.
Nah, I never understood
They going to get, the stuff that they do for the gender reveal. They got the little pop thing with the green and gold.
The confetti poppers and
everything. They got the confetti poppers ready.
No, I know someone somewhere got it tattooed on their leg right now. The Green Bay Packers 2026 Super Bowl champions. I've seen it because we see it every year.
Here we
go. Do it with their favorite NBA team or their MLB team. Cautious. Everybody be cautious. Let's just play things out. Let's see how they look going.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
You want to play bang the drum?
Look, let me tell you something. I'm a huge Green Bay Packer fan. And when you get a deal like this, I think it's rightfully, when you look at Aaron Rodgers in his 3rd year,
right.
When you look at Brett Favre in his 3rd season, Packers start making moves, to win the Super Bowl. So this is in Love's 3rd season, and they're making the moves. It's talent on both sides of the ball. On paper, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But if they could just put it together, this is a Super Bowl caliber team right now.
No, it's a beautiful thing. Again, and a thing that we've also, have to pay attention to too. There's a lot of players that were homegrown talent. Green Bay is now becoming a free agent destination for a lot of, impact players. Like we got Jacobs a couple seasons ago. We now got Micah Parsons. We got a lot of other guys that are thinking about coming here to revive their careers. And also Xavier McKinney, they got him from the Giants a couple seasons ago.
Nate.
And he was, and Nate as well. There's a lot of big additions.
I'm trying to tell you, we got a star-studded defense on the low.
I'm excited. I can't wait to be up there in Titletown.
Here we go. Defense win championship.
Like I said, 12. This is a 12-win team, and I think they're going to be a serious contender when it's all said and done. If everybody can stay healthy and they can get the rookies on one accord, I think this is a team that could go all the way.
Well, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Glenn Pearce.
Yes, sir.
Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
More of the Tory Low Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not. And they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home. But when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Watching them work from idea to installation gives you the ability to see firsthand the care taken to ensure the Pella experience is complete. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 9/30/2025.
This is the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
One 7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. In studio with Truth Nation Insider GP.
What it do?
Glenn Pearce. Glenn, it's a lot going on in these pop culture streets.
There's some weird things going on in the pop culture streets.
What's happening in?
So it seems like August Alsina and his, I want to say longtime boyfriend or longtime fling, whatever we would like to call him. But
wait a minute. Boyfriend
out the closet.
What?
They announced it officially. Again, August Alsina and Zoo confirmed their relationship rumors amid, there's some controversy going on because Zoo is a younger man. I believe Zoo is 22 and August Alsina is 32. But they had some entanglement, dating back to, I think, 2022. They were on a reality television show kind of flirting with the idea. But obviously, as we know, August Alsina was involved in the much or well-known entanglement with, Jada Smith or Jada Pinkett and Will Smith a couple years back as well. But his boyfriend pretty much released a statement, and the statement kind of goes as, this is my first and only time addressing this. I don't care about any external validation whatsoever. I don't need anyone's likeness. I'm a grown man with his own mind and free will. If I ever do anything, it's because I want to do it. And I met August when I was already of age and an adult. August did not know me when I was 16 or 17. I'm not sure where that came from. There's a slight age difference, but y'all pick and choose who to judge when it comes to that. We've known each other for 5 years toward the end of the year, so he's speaking in future terms because that's where we plan to make it.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Obama was just on a podcast and said every young man need a gay male mentor or something. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna say it's an agenda that we pushing.
He said it was a musical relationship, right?
I think so. I think he had a music teacher that
he was mentoring them, right?
I mean, listen, everybody has.
All I'm saying, Obama spoke on this.
You're gonna find out, but you're gonna find out about it one way or the other in life. Again, much props to them being able to live comfortably in their truth. But it also makes me feel of Jada Smith was kind of willing to be the cover up while he was trying to, I guess, figure out what his sexuality was.
But Jada was, what you mean cover up? She was feasting on that.
She was, but he might have been trying to hide the fact that he was trying to get after Will. But maybe that was his real target.
Oh, wow.
See, yeah. we got to do some digging here.
Hey,
but
that's
I don't know.
a lot going on. Holly weird.
Very strange.
I'll say this. Hey, well, they just took a picture together.
Right.
That's going viral.
Yeah, they were in the club. People said it looked like AI. They were so shiny.
Well, what I'm saying, it looked like they was drenched in baby oil. That's what it looked. The picture is glossy.
They was in there looking like mannequins with jeans
up.
on.
Yeah,
it looked crazy. I don't know.
Wow.
Like I said, much props to him for being comfortable with his sexuality. It probably took a long time to come out of the closet or at least be honest about the scenario. But I do think it is very strange for you to tell openly that you've been talking to someone for 5 years, and he was a junior in high school at this time. He was 17, probably was taking the school bus to high school at this point. So I don't know. I need August Alsina to come out with a statement. But they're more so just trading back and forth with people on Twitter who are basically calling him a groomer.
Well, a lot of people being groomed right now, especially in Hollywood, especially for the fame.
Think people
especially for that bag.
Something strange for a piece of change.
Look, let me tell you something strange. Something, when it get beyond strange.
With a K or?
Yeah, it's strange.
Or C.
Hey, it's getting strange out here.
It's wild.
Hey, like I said, they came out. He made his statement.
Right.
He's trying to put it to bed that he was not a minor when they engaged. Hey,
this is a career move. It's got to be a career move.
Sometimes you got to lay to play. In Hollywood, hey, every time our generation is living on the back end.
I rebuke
of a lot of these situations that we thought wasn't that. A lot of people look at Young Thug. Look at all the stuff Young Thug's saying.
Yeah,
he coming out once they said he was a rat. Now he telling on everybody.
It's crazy how much audio.
Okay,
it's a lot of audio that has come out in the last couple of days.
I'm surprised you didn't bring that to the table because Young Thug and what he's saying about what's going on with the Atlanta scene, with the snitching and with the people sleeping with each other and stuff like. What is this? What's happening?
I don't have a notepad big enough.
What's going on?
I don't have a notepad big enough to talk about what Young Thug got going on.
Hip hop didn't win LBGTQ.
They flying the flag proudly. He was one of them guys wearing dresses back then, and he tried to make it popular. That's becoming a thing again.
He said that he had to wear a dress because he had a stick.
A stick don't got or a dress don't got pockets. How you hiding a gun?
It's an AK-47
tucked in a skirt.
If it's long enough, you gotta hide it.
Is you crazy? Get out of here.
I think there's a reset going on in hip hop because all of the artists that was out here supposed to be these drill artists, street artists, now they exposing them that they telling they not exactly what they was portrayed to be or marketed to be. And I think a lot of people are sitting back watching the game slowly change back to meaningful artists. Now it's time for the meaningful artists to get back in the game.
I think it's coming full circle,
a lot of things is collapsing. A lot of these ideas of the last 10 years of these artists, now we're starting to see people are starting to come forward with what was really happening.
You don't think it's coming full circle, though? I feel like it's kind of like we're comfortable with these overly metrosexual or even, gay men that are around hip-hop and around music as a whole. Because
that has always been there.
But that's what I'm saying. Back in the 80s and 90s, we had people who were wearing crop-top blouses and all the leather jeans and all the other crazy stuff that, the fashion trends and stuff like that. And that was what the women liked.
They said that was out there in order to get to the next level, you got to go through these wearing a dress rituals. They took you to the mansions, and if you go to the third level, you get to choose.
I don't deny it.
But if you go up the stairs, then the ones that didn't go up the stairs didn't make it.
It's the red pill or the blue pill.
And that's what they gave them. They said, "Here we go."
So it looked like August Alsina took the blue.
Hey, it sound like it.
I'm praying for him.
And the baby oil, because the picture looked greased up.
It looked greasy as hell. Like I said, I hope they got some music coming out for us. They already made a single together.
Chris Brown might be the last hope. Because he's taking pictures. He taking $1,000 pictures.
I do respect it, though.
I'm just saying.
He got blackballed and came all the way back. So much credit to him. It feels like everybody else is trying to make these publicity stunts out of here, and they're not making nothing of it. So we'll see. I feel like August Alsina's going to pop up with some type of show or some type of album. We'll see where he goes.
He looked like a reality show coming for him.
But I don't know. He's going to be defending them rumors until the end of time. It's not looking too good.
Red Table Talk 2.0.
He'll pop up. Got to be a special
No,
edition.
he gonna be all right. We got to run the break. Thank you, GP,
As
for the
always.
Pop Culture Report.
Good to be here.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're gonna open up the lines. Stay locked in.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Low Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Scammers are targeting Amazon shoppers with fake refund texts that could steal your money or personal information. The messages claim a recent purchase has been recalled or a failed quality check that you can get a refund on by clicking a link. Michelle Reinman with DATCP says this.
Amazon does not send unsolicited texts offering refunds. Avoid clicking links in any unsolicited message ever, and don't respond directly to those messages. If you think you could be eligible for something, contact Amazon using publicly available, verified contact information from the company's official website or app.
Ryan advises ignoring these texts and also verify with Amazon. More resources to recover from Southeast Wisconsin's historic floods. The American Red Cross is hosting 3 resource centers this week to help flood victims plan their next recovery steps. Agencies like Wisconsin Badger Care Plus, Food Share, the Wisconsin Office of Insurance, and the Salvation Army will also offer assistance. Mental health services and spiritual care will also be available. Resource centers will be held Tuesday at the King Community Center, Wednesday at McCarty Park Pavilion, and Saturday at Mary Ryan Boys and Girls Club, all from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those seeking assistance should bring proof of address. Education officials are updating performance benchmarks used in Wisconsin's annual school and district report cards. State Superintendent Jill Underly says this.
We want to make sure that our standards and our tests are challenging to kids, so we want to make sure that we're reevaluating it all the time. Things get outdated, and so the process has been to just keep reevaluating. And our report cards, for example, are 15 years old. A lot has changed in those times, so we just want to make sure everything's calibrated.
The Department of Public Instruction says the report cards help school districts understand performance to improve opportunities for students. The updates will be applied to the 2024-2025 report cards, which will be released this fall. This has been your news update. The Tory Low Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Low Show. And I need to open up the lines because they cutting off the streets and they doing the donuts in the streets with the flames. With the flames, Truth Nation. And all of this talk about how we got the city under control and crime is down, but homicides is up, rape is up, human trafficking is up. Okay. But now we got a new element. I ain't never seen this type of issue in all of my years of advocacy. This just popped up recently. Or we're just seeing it recently, or they're bringing it to the city where they doing the donuts, cutting off the street, doing the Tokyo drift at the intersection of Water Street in Michigan. I think that was Water Street in Michigan. But then somebody sent me 4 other videos where they was showing up around the city and taunting the police. You know, X-Pac with the cross when they suck it, like the X, like on wrestling. That's what they was doing to the police. They was like, y'all not finna chase us. And you know what? I believe the police was thinking, like, if they could do the Tokyo drift, I'm not finna chase these people. These ain't no regular people that stole a car that we trying to track down. These are the people that gonna drift on me. You know, when they turn that corner, they can spin that corner like with the drift and go back the other way. Like, they not trying to deal with these type of people on no chase. They really seem like they wanted to be chased. Like, they getting a rush from these police officers pulling up. And they not afraid of the police. And the mayor back on TV talk about he want a ticket. Anybody that's watching, he want to tow cars and things. You got to catch them first. You got to catch them first. These people are intentionally being out here with these cars. They probably got the nitrous in it. They probably got the nitrous in the car, so when you try to chase them, and they just blast off on you. They not worried. I seen these videos. They not worried. They not worried about the police. They not worried about nothing that Mayor Cavalier Johnson on the TV talking about. Y'all seen they got the fireworks bursting. Like, they setting off fireworks. These cops ain't for the chase. They barely started chasing the regular people that was riding around here doing the reckless driving. These people are organized reckless driving, and they want the cops. I seen the video where one person was like, they not gonna do nothing. Like, basically. Now the regular people who is just watching, they want to get. You might get them. You might get some people that's standing by. You might get them some tickets. But the people that's actually pulling off with the flames, they got the flames in the middle of the intersection going around in circles. Live in the city, it's a joke. It's a joke. They running crazy. And I was talking to a white woman that I was at the restaurant, and this came on the news. And she was like, this could be the purge. This could be the purge. She even went as far as to thinking that this may be, she was referring to some of the footage that she was seeing. She was referring it to the purge. I said, wow, you went that far? Like, they scared. And it's downtown. And you know when the downtown people get scared, I'm trying to tell you, the Mayor Cavalier Johnson may not have another term. He may not make it. He having a lot of problems downtown, shootings, People doing donuts at the intersection, and he talk about everything safe, that everything is down. But they looking out the window and seeing people, woo, outside the window. Okay. I want to open up the lines. What's really going on with these things that's happening with them cutting off the streets? What's really happening? Because I ain't never seen this before. We talk about the reckless driving. Y'all seen a couple almost a month and so ago where the young man burnt up. That's reckless driving. That's reckless driving. What they doing with this cutting off the street, this is organized. This organized action with a bunch of people. They knowing, okay, it's like a caravan because they pulling up at different intersections. So if they was really afraid of the police, that one intersection situation would have just, okay, we finna get up out of here, we finna go home. They going to just a different intersection with a bunch of people and trucks cutting off the street. Like they do, it's organized. And it's going through the city like Grand Theft Auto in real life, like Josh said in the chat. It's like GTA in real life. Yes. Right here in the city. And they saying things is getting better, DJ, but they say it's getting better. But I'm going to tell you right now, when it get bad downtown, because that's the fortress, that's where they, that's the business district. It ain't looking too good if they going down there with the fireworks, doing the donuts with the flames in the street. That ain't looking too good. We got Brian on the lines. Brian. How you doing, Brian?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if everybody's ever seen RoboCop 2, but this is an organized takeover by OCP with the black mayor and the corporate bigwig coming in with robots and his technology to take over the city because the city is going over the cliff with violence. So yeah, that's what it looked like to me. OCP and RoboCop 2 and the black man, Cavalier Johnson being the black mayor. If you go watch that movie, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh wow! So yeah, this is just another version of COINTELPRO. They want to get some New World Order type security in this city, and this is how they're going to pull it because that was too organized. It's just like when you had those guys come in, when we had all that George Floyd protest, and people were burning up stuff. People coming in with khakis and black T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. It's nothing but COINTELPRO, professionals. Wow. Crisis actors, that's what I call them, crisis actors.
All right, Brian. Hey, a lot of people afraid. Let me tell you something. I talked to the white lady that was at the restaurant, and it came on the news. I'm trying to tell you, and she really thought that this was like Armageddon, like the Purge. I said, wow, the Purge. She was like, man, I'm afraid. I said, oh, snap. You can't have them people downtown scared now to come outside. Now, you can live on the north side like that. Y'all can play around on the north side. But that downtown they not finna have that. They just did a lot of that new neighborhood development. They got the new museum coming. They got all this new development down there. They not finna have people, and they did it right down the street from City Hall. Not too far from City Hall. And they lit the Big Bang like it was fireworks. It's video with the fireworks going off in the middle of the street and the flame. That's when I keep repeating the fireworks and the flame, that goes to show that they not worried about the police. That's all I'm trying to let y'all know. These people is not worried about no cops. And then Mayor Cavalier Johnson get on the TV, we're going to ticket everybody, and if you're going to participate in this, we're going to get you, and we're going to ticket everybody. We're going to tow your car. These cops, wasn't it a shortage? Ain't it a shortage? Didn't y'all say y'all was going to get more people downtown a couple weeks ago? It's supposed to have been a lot of extra people downtown, but y'all can't stop this? I thought it was more people down there. I thought y'all increased the security downtown. How they doing this downtown? A couple weeks later, after the shootings, they supposed to have the command center. They had the whole news article with the command center gonna be down there, sheriff, everybody, and these people doing donuts right down the street. Somebody make it make sense. Sometimes I think people just saying stuff in the press conference to calm folks down. Because a couple weeks later, if you had all that going with the sheriff and all of the extra people that need to be down there, why are these people doing donuts at the intersection? 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. I ain't never seen nothing like this, like the way they doing it right now. This is something, this is an element. This is a new element. Black conscious. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Black conscious?
Hey, it's nothing new. I'm good. Great day to be alive. But this ain't nothing new, man. They used to allow this on the south side.
I'm talking about on the north side.
And now they're looking. No. Hear me out. They used to allow this on the south side for them to have their own little route. They wouldn't mess with them as long as they kept it on the south side. Now they branching out because some people got killed over there on the south side a while back, and so they had to stop it, and plenty of us. And that ain't nothing but a dog whistle from what the mayor's talking about, because he's only going to make it out for the black and brown kids. Because why they stop and why they ain't doing that, because they push against their kids going to have, and that downtown, that east side and all that, that's for them to go play with. That's why every time a fight go break out, you never hear about the business about to close. You never hear about somebody, and there's always fights and drunkenness down there, but you never hear about them have to go before the council, the city council, to talk about keeping their doors open. And anytime it happens on the north side, it's closed right away. So, but I want to flip it up a bit, because y'all get all high and mighty, and I'm talking about you Packer fans, because y'all got a new
Here we go. I knew you was going to say something about that Micah Parsons. I know you feeling. I know you feeling. Go ahead. I know you feeling some kind of way. Go right ahead. Chicago Bear fans always got a mess to show up, man.
Oh, I didn't feel no type of way, because I'm like, it's coming from the Cowgirls, and he got a broke back. So what does it matter? It's when you Packer fans start calling me like the championship is already in your hand.
Here we go.
And I'm not saying you in particular, but all my buddies who Packer fans calling me, I'm like, I don't care what you calling me about. But I digress. So, only thing I know is he's going to have to deal with that broke back come wintertime. And you know how when we age and it gets cold, they going to turn that man into a Brett Favre dope fiend. They going to shoot him up now. He going to be dependent on that. And then you going. So,
here we
go. Hope our bet is on, my brother. I'll talk to you later about
Chicago ain't even in the conversation to win the division.
You just said it twice.
Come on.
They are in the conversation. You just mentioned the Chicago Bears twice.
No, I said
in that light.
All I'm saying is I pray for the Chicago Bears fans.
You can, good for you, because I won't pray for the Packers fans.
Let me know when you get your nails painted.
That was a good one. But
it
ain't gonna happen.
Yo, hero.
It ain't gonna happen. No, ain't nobody said nothing about being my damn hero. That devil is a lie. Devil is a lie.
I'm gonna take you to the nail shop. I'm gonna get you a little bedazzled. I'm gonna get yours bedazzled up.
Okay, I tell you what.
If
y'all outright win both games, I'll do just that.
You gonna get your nails painted?
Green Bay or whatever.
I want the French manicure. I want the French manicure on there.
Hey man, listen. So
I'm gonna get some rhinestones on it.
Hold on, but if we win, every other word got to be "Go Bears."
Oh no! Hold on. We got to reevaluate this.
Oh wait, what's reevaluating? You feel confident?
Hey, all right. Well, look, that's 2 games. We got a sweep. That got to be the sweep.
That's said the sweep.
Okay, the sweep.
Ain't no
we going for the sweep. Okay, we go to sweep. Okay, I got you.
So, DJ Brother Z got it on record, but we'll come back to finalize what our true bets are, and I'll talk to you soon, my brother. Love, peace, live righteous, Milwaukee.
All right. Here we go. The Chicago Bears fans always got to come in when Green Bay feeling good, when we did a great trade, a great deal. We got hope for the Super Bowl, and here he come. I got to run the break. Hey, look, when we come back, we got White Widow on the lines. We got Security Mike. We got some people in the chat. We got some talk to text. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Low Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Euro Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
More of the Tory Low Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Lately I've been speeding in the NASCAR, sipping a dirty Fanta, I might crash off. Throw these hundreds, made a shorty, wipe the racks off. Brought the 2020 out, that why he mad, dog. I've been passing on these like I'm Brad Fall. Feel like Future, I'm about to take my mask off. Got a baby with me, we put off in the NASCAR. Living fast on these like a NASCAR. 21 Savage.
1017 The Truth, Tory Low Show, DJ Brothers here on the ones and twos. They doing the donuts in the middle of the street. They doing the Tokyo Drift, the spin outs, the fireworks, the firecrackers. What we gonna do about it? Hey, look, it's looking crazy. It's looking like they're having fun, too, a little bit, TJ Brothers. It's a lot of people. How are all these people organizing and nobody don't know? Like, ain't the police supposed to have, like, IT where they checking out and checking traps online to see, to try to prevent some of this stuff. Maybe they short-staffed too. Maybe they short-staffed. But we got a news article that is recently talking about what happened over the weekend with these street cutoffs, where they turning off the streets and turning up. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Let's listen.
Across the city, cracking down on these things, street takeovers.
Police responded to nearly 20 of them over the holiday weekend. Our Durante Matthews is live tonight with what the mayor says needs to happen next.
Yeah, Ted and Mary, just keeping it real short, the mayor says he is sick of these street takeovers. And just looking here, you can kind of see why. We're at 42nd and Mill, and you can see what's left over, these streaks in the middle of the street from those cars just spinning around Saturday and Sunday. The mayor says he wants those responsible to pay in more ways than one. If the streaks staining the streets aren't jarring enough, just look at what caused them. Video of Milwaukee street takeovers flooded social media over the weekend, annoying some.
There was no way you could have slept through it.
And alarming others.
I don't like it because I'm very scared and I'm an older person.
Police say officers responded to nearly 20 takeovers from Saturday through Sunday morning. 3 people were arrested, 4 cited, and 6 vehicles were towed. The social media video of the dangerous drivers eventually caught the mayor's attention.
I think in one of the videos, somebody got hit by a car. This is dangerous stuff, and somebody's going to end up dead if they don't stop.
Mayor Johnson says the acts aren't only dangerous, but a quality of life issue. He says when the Common Council gets back in session, he wants them to take up a legislation he supported in June that would fine spectators of street takeovers at least $500. Mayor Johnson is also addressing the idea of a possible National Guard intervention.
The mission of the United States military is not to have boots on the ground for stuff like that. It's for insurrection. It's for rebellion against the United States. It's not for that.
He's suggesting more local solutions like a task force to crack down on drivers. The mayor also mentioned partnering with the Department of Public Works, prosecutors, local, state, and even federal law enforcement.
For folks partaking in these events, I want their vehicles towed. For people who are promoting these events, I want them cited. I want the spectators cited if they continue to do it. I want them to have escalators in terms of the citations that they get. And if it requires some jail time, then so be it.
Now, Mayor Johnson says he's going to be speaking with the Department of Public Works just to see if there's anything that can be placed in the roadways to help. He also mentioned speaking with those in the legal system and even the FBI to try to crack down on this issue and hold those accountable. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Durante Matthews, Fox 6 News.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll say this. Don't they got this stuff that's blocking the road on the side of the road, those little bump traps or something like that? That ain't stopping this. They ain't stop reckless driving either. I don't know what those things are where it be on the side of the road that those cement squares. I guess they was trying to stop the baselining, but they could have used that concrete to fill up the potholes. I mean, I don't know what's happening out here, but I notice every time I look up, it's a new element that I'm talking about where it's outright. Black Country said it's been around, but it ain't been like this. They taking it to the next level. So what I'm saying is, are we safe? Are we safe out here? When you talk about, they say everything is, I guess they saying that the crime is down. The numbers is down. I told y'all what I felt about the numbers. I felt like you can't keep hitting the record. So it's got to balance out. So that's not from no real work. Plus you got a staff shortage. You got a staff shortage. Matter of fact, it's something going on with the police. They supposed to be protesting the police. You're supposed to be protesting City Hall because they ain't got the deal done. They ain't even got a deal done. So if those police gonna be protesting or something going on with City Hall, how they gonna be stopping? How they gonna stop what's going on if they upset because the police department ain't got a deal done with the city? The contract negotiations ain't right. The patrols ain't right. The staff is short. You should have took J.D. Vance up on his offer to bring the National Guard up in here. Because this ain't under control. Security Mike. How you doing,
Hey, how you
Security
doing,
Mike?
T-Lo?
Blessings, brother.
I'm all right. You know, when I was coming to work, I was talking to some guys at the gas station I stopped off at, and Labor Day wasn't no shooting, wasn't no homicides or nothing. But then we get this, and the statement J.D. Vance found out about what Cavalier Johnson said. Those National Guards, they're coming. They're coming because Trump ain't gonna want to release some Fed funds for the flood victims. So he ain't gonna pay for both. So he's gonna send them up here to excuse that. People voted for him, and look, they're gonna have to be living under mold and stuff like that because he's not.
They already living under the mold.
FEMA money to the feds. Well, it's sad, but Trump ain't gonna.
Because I got to deal with it. I see the mold growing. I'm in the basements right now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're not gonna give up that money to FEMA, and you don't care about us. So keep up the good work, T-Lo.
Hey, all right, Security Mike. I'll say this. It's a lot of stuff still going on with the floods, but like he said, you wasn't no reports of nobody getting shot over the weekend. But then you had everybody out here doing the donuts in the street. It's a lot going on. White Widow.
Hey, afternoon, Tory.
God bless you. How you doing, White Widow?
Love you. I love you. Anyways, we did donuts at the stadium. Once the lights were out, nothing was going on. It was open territory, and cops never bothered us. And just like Security Mike said, there wasn't a fight. There wasn't a shooting. Did you see the videos of the gatherings of the hundreds of our youth and whoever else likes to watch donuts? I wish I was in one of them cars. But no, they cannot take over our intersections. They can impede emergency services and anybody else who's got a right to drive through that intersection, including me and you. But the youth just showed us something and said, this is what we like. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with opening up the stadium or state fair and having it controlled and charging and getting some revenue and keeping it safe? They showed us even without controls, it can be a safe, fun activity. So really, and for him to come up and start saying he's going to criminalize people and go up the ladder on this, when I saw a civil, safe gathering of something that was done that took over our streets. But come on, I hear you, youth. I hear you, and maybe some money one day will go to those type of things that entertain, just like Union Grove was there for the white kids who are going down Sherman Boulevard and Highway 100 and going through windshields. What they do, they created Union Grove to go race. So really, and we have a Cavalier who said, I had proposals for tickets for observers in June. You have Perez who turned it down in June, and you have the comment, and now we have no contract. That's Cavalier. No bus driver's contract. That's County David Crawley. And we got a common council. None of them like each other. They all got their own secret pet peeves. And Milwaukee's suffering because of this fractured local government. So, no. Are you still there, or did I get cut off?
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, so, as far as I'm concerned, open up your eyes, open up your ears. Hey, I wish I was in one of them cars. I did that. I did bumper cars down Greenfield Avenue on Snowbanks with my $2.25. So, really, come on now. Give them a place. Give them a release. Show them that, hey, we like it. You show them every other type of violence with video games and with everything on the internet that comes into their bedroom that's not controlled. So I'm done. I got to get off, man. I'm getting a blood pressure high.
Don't get the high blood pressure, White Widow. Don't get the high blood pressure. Hey, it's out of your control. It's out of your control. The thing is, what we trying to say is, I see the talking heads. I see what everybody's saying. I hear what they saying. But when I look out down the street, I don't see none of that. It ain't matching what's coming out the mouth at the press conference. Ain't matching what's happening on the street. That's all I'm saying. We all seeing it. And now downtown is that's a direct shot at downtown when they do stuff like that. Like, they just said that they was going to up the ante down there with the resources. They just said this on the news a couple weeks ago. That's all I'm saying. So for this to happen, and almost in the very spot where that mass shooting took place by Michigan and Water, they back at the spot where the mass shooting took place. So how safe is it? I'm interested. We got Ron from the South Side. How you doing, Ron?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. My thing about it was, I know you was talking about, you was telling us about, they said he was going to have the police department, whatever that was down there, and all those other things they was talking about doing because of the Water Street incidents that was going down. But this thing they did, it just popped up. It was unexpected. So now that they got caught flat-footed, now they're saying that they're going to start doing this and ticketing people and all this stuff because it just popped up.
But
so I give some grace on that.
No, this article from a couple weeks ago when they first did it that they was going to do something about it. So this ain't the first time they was on here talking about this. This is the third time
they was talking about
the street
cutoff. They was talking about the street cutoff happened before?
Yes.
Because
yes,
this one they just did.
Have to go dig up the footage because I played it on the show.
This one they just did. They just did this the other day, so they got caught flat-footed.
But what I'm saying is, before that, they did it before this. This been going on for the past couple months.
Then why wasn't that reported like it is with this one? I mean, I'm just hearing
this ain't the first
today.
Now, this is the first time they did 20.
Because I don't remember your show or Kyle talking about it before.
Wait a minute. Listen to what I'm saying. They had the Cavalier Johnson. They had a press conference about the takeovers, and he wanted to get the cars towed and all of that. This is already. There's press conference footage. You can go see that when you get off the phone. You can go see that. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is something that they have already discussed. That should have been a plan for this.
The first when the so-called takeover was when they had the Puerto Rican Pride Parade, and that wasn't a takeover. That's when I started.
No, it's always been the street takeover.
They did just.
It's always been that.
Huh?
It's always been that.
Okay, well, I never heard it on your show or Kyle's show.
You got to go track out. You got to go back. You got to go back in the episodes because you got to catch up. You know how you got a streaming service. You know you got the streaming service. You got to go back and look at the past episodes.
I do. My only thing about it is, I know Kyle was saying that these were good kids and they were just having fun and we used to do it back in the day and all that. But you got that 10 to 15% that ain't the good kids, and they might show up here and they want all violence. So that's the only problem. That's another problem I have with this.
Videos
also,
on TikTok, they said they want the violence down there.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why this takeover thing can get out of hand. That's why the lady just called before me said they should give them somewhere to go so that they be controlled, regulated.
But we've been saying that. We've been saying that. The racetrack down there with that big old white racetrack down there that they don't be using like that. We said give the kids a chance to get out there and get them speed demons out of their system. You got to. I don't want to keep going backwards. I'm trying to keep moving forward on the show. But like I said, we talk about these things, and many times I expected for it to be a plan in action. From the last couple times. Okay. But, hey, when you go back to the spot of the mass shooting where we lost OG Tweezy over there off of Michigan and Water and Bubba Dub and several people got shot and people, this was a huge conversation. We had a state of emergency meeting. They were supposed to get extra stuff going on in that area, and now this happened. When we come back, we got Brother Love on the lines. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
The Tory Low Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, get ready for the ultimate flavor in Music Fest. Tacos and Tequila Fest is going down Saturday, September 13th at Franklin Field. Enjoy your favorite throwback hits with performances by Lil Jon, Pretty Ricky, B.O.B., Trina, and more. This event is strictly 21 and up, so leave the kiddos at home and get ready to vibe out. Live music, DJs, food trucks, tequila tastings, and all the vibes you can handle all in one epic day. Tickets are going fast. Get yours now at tacostequilafest.com/market/Milwaukee.
An unsuspecting driver at a Milwaukee barbershop.
I got an apprentice here shadowing me. I'll put this hot towel on, man. About a good 3 minutes, all right?
The apprentice is Donald Driver.
So when you come here, you drive?
Yes.
Your car got seatbelts?
Yeah.
You wear them?
No.
Okay, but why not?
I don't want to.
But do you know you can get a ticket for that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a ticket. Bet you wish you buckle up now.
Oh, my God. Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Take it, click it. There we go. Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways. Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today. It's the Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tell me what you gon' do. Act a fool. Somebody broke in and cleaned out your crib. Boy, what you gon' do? Act a fool. Just bought a new pair and they scuffed your shoes. Tell me what you gon' do. Act a fool. Now them cops trying to throw you in them county blues. Boy, what you gon' do? Act a fool.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, look, I want to read this statement. This is posted by Derek Rose from WISN. He says, a new Milwaukee police to protest City Hall Friday, September 5th over lack of new contract for the Milwaukee Police Department. This is supposed to be going on September 5th. The Milwaukee police to protest City Hall. Protesting. This is a police statement release that was issued August 29th that he posted. This is a letter that they're going to protest City Hall September 5th, the police department. And I'm going to tell you right now, how is the city safe at the police protesting City Hall? DJ Brother Z, help me understand it. Now, what another question is, if they getting the full budget and they have staff, how come we ain't getting a refund on our tax money? Because if you getting a full budget for the police department, it ain't fully staffed, where all the extra money going? I'm interested. We got Brother Love on the lines. How you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, Tory.
Blessings, brother.
Yes, brother. How you doing today, man?
How you doing, Brother Love?
All right, I'm doing good. Now, Tory, I don't agree with you particularly on this. Don't get mad at me.
Go right ahead.
Don't talk mean spirited to me.
No, I'm listening.
Now, I just think that we all, and I think we all need to put some great input on what we need to do as a whole to solve the problem.
Well, we talk about that.
Huh?
We talk about that. We've been saying open up these tracks. We've been saying that. We've been saying make things where people can go on the weekends and have these type of activities in a more organized setting. We've been, which you sound like a broken record at this point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And so therefore that puts us in a space in a space of just trying to of just come up with solutions.
Well, I think we gave the solutions. Are they trying to implement the solutions, Brother Love?
Oh, okay. Well, brother, keep up the good work. And God
I'm just
bless
talking to you. I'm just talking to you, Brother Love.
Okay. Peace, brother.
All right. Like I said, y'all got to catch up on some episodes. Y'all may have been at work or something, and y'all may not have heard a lot of this when we was talking about it even a year ago. Get some of these tracks, open up some of these tracks. Let's get some of these speed demons and some of these more organized speed ideas and push them that way. They didn't even want T-Pain to do his thing over there. Said it was going to bring the extra riffraff over there. It's going to attract the riffraff. What the Wisconsin thing that T-Pain was doing at the track. So we've been saying this. People just tired of sounding like a broken record. I said this a long time ago. I said we need to get ahead of this and just start, getting involved in more organized ideas. They can pay to go get organized, and if you get a ticket or get in trouble, you can't do it no more. Like, get the rules up, put them in these. I remember when I was in Iowa and Minnesota, on the weekends they had the figure eight. And people could go and drive their trucks and their cars, and they could speed, and it was concession stands, and people was buying tickets, and everybody was excited for the races on the weekends in the summertime. Yeah, Wisconsin State Fair. Thanks, Zech. We had this conversation then. We gonna keep saying the same thing, or are they actually listening to what the people actually want and they doing what they want to do? That's the real question. We can make anything happen. We don't have to make no excuses. We can make it happen. You gotta have a driver's license and insurance to go to any track. Yeah, let's get it. It can't be as expensive as losing life, as life being lost. Doing all these police chases and people losing their lives. I don't care what they do, what they want to do, whatever the cost they want to put in, they do that. Yeah, everything costs insurance. You got to have this, but they'll get it right. If you build it, they gonna come. If you build it, they gonna come. If you give people the opportunity, they'll rise to the occasion to play. Understand what I'm saying? So it is what you can make up excuses, or we can keep having donuts in the middle of the street. Or you could keep having these things going on where these folks they gonna get them speed demons out. They gonna get them out. Hey, look, when we come back, we got some chat, and we got some people on the talk to text. We're gonna try to get to them. Somebody said Milwaukee Mile. That's the Milwaukee Mile out there. That ain't being used all the time. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
More of the Tory Low Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources, Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fall in Milwaukee, where the air is crisp, the drinks are cold, and the good times are just heating up. Stroll Milwaukee's lakefront and explore its parks as they burst into a kaleidoscope of golds, ambers, and reds. Raise a glass at a beer garden that feels like a neighborhood block party, Milwaukee style. And just as the temps fall, Brewers baseball is turning up the heat. October dreams are made right here. This season, every color, every cheer, every sip, it all comes together in Milwaukee. Craft your perfect getaway at visitmilwaukee.org.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Low Show. DJ Brother C on the ones and twos. Hey, they might make a movie. Y'all might not be too far from it. People in the chat saying that Vin Diesel might show up here, and Ludacris and everybody from the Fast and Furious might show up right here in Milwaukee as a spectator to watch it. They said Wiz Khalifa will be the special rap artist on the scene. They cracking up in the chat. Y'all doing too much in the chat. Somebody said, "Where's Vin Diesel at?" Shaking my head. Here we go. Christopher Giles also goes on to say Tyrese and Ludacris will be the celebrity spectators on the street to judge the donut spinouts. Oh, wow. And look, I'm going to say this. If we don't understand nothing else, understand this. When you don't nip things in the bud and you leave it, to a space where you just ignore it, it's going to get worse. Kind of like your health. You know, it's something irritating going on. And then by the time you go to the doctor, it's at stage 4. It's like some of this is at stage 4 when it comes to community. It ain't something that you can just be like, all right, we finna go tap, and get this under control. Many times when you don't see the root ideas when it first start to blossom, by the time we see it, it's on mainstream and it's full blown. And that's what's going on in the city of Milwaukee. And all these talking heads want to make you believe that they got it under control or it's getting under control. But if you just look out the window and if you listen to the citizens in the neighborhood, you're going to get a different story. I listen to the people on the block. I got to talk to them because they calling me. I'm the one they tagging on social media to say, hey, Tory, look at this, look at that, look what's going on. We need you over here. We need you over there. We need you in this part of Wisconsin. We need you over here in this part of Wisconsin. So I got to tell y'all how it is, even if you don't like it. Even if you don't like it. Because I'm going to tell you so you can understand what's happening so you can move forward the right way. So you don't have to be all caught up in the headlights. You're going to stop. You're going to get tired of being reactionary one day. One day you're going to get outside and start dealing with what's down the street and stop being so reactionary and having faith in things that's throwing you off. What the women say, he done threw my pH off. You know, they throwing your pH balance off. That's following that mainstream, following these folks go throw your pH balance off. That's Hey, all right, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just saying, listening to these folks go through your pH balance. All right, let me stop. Whew. I get $3 All right. Well, like I said, oh my God. Hey, they said we wilding on the show today. Now harder than they was doing them donuts. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh, but it's if they got the police, see, this is my gripe, and I'm gonna move on when we get to the topic. I'm gonna move on. But if it's a police shortage, and the police supposed to be protesting on Friday, all right, you know what? I'm done. Because, okay, where the safety at? And they might be out there Friday evening because the police ain't going to be working. If it was already a shortage and they said they're going to protest, this is according to what they released. If they don't got the deal done, now the shortage is going to be even shorter. Who going to be policing the districts while they protesting? I'm telling you, they don't care. They not. These police officers ain't finna take no risk and they ain't got no contract. They not finna go after the professionals. They're gonna be doing donuts around the squad car. So how safe it is? Somebody help me out. I'm looking in the chat. Somebody said, yeah, that's real talk, bro. Yeah, it's crazy how they just taking over the streets like that. Yeah, Carolina Johnson. What? Carolina Johnson going to be on the ropes. Carolyn Johnson going to be on the ropes. Oh, wow. Well, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
This is 101.7 The Truth, Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk. Tune into the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tory Low Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I'll be joined by Felicia, owner of Gimme Cake, where we will discuss what inspired her to start a Southern-style cake made from scratch business and why she offers commercial kitchen space for other business owners to use. So again, tune into the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Gimme Cake this Friday at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Scammers are targeting Amazon shoppers with fake refund texts that could steal your money or personal information. The messages claim a recent purchase has been recalled or a failed quality check that you can get a refund on by clicking a link. Michelle Reinman with DATCP says this.
Amazon does not send unsolicited texts offering refunds. Avoid clicking links in any unsolicited message ever, and don't respond directly to those messages. If you think you could be eligible for something, contact Amazon using publicly available, verified contact information from the company's official website or app.
Ryan advises ignoring these texts and also verify with Amazon. More resources to recover from Southeast Wisconsin's historic floods. The American Red Cross is hosting 3 resource centers this week to help flood victims plan their next recovery steps. Agencies like Wisconsin Badger Care Plus, Food Share, the Wisconsin Office of Insurance, and the Salvation Army will also offer assistance. Mental health services and spiritual care will also be available. School. Resource centers will be held Tuesday at the King Community Center, Wednesday at McCarty Park Pavilion, and Saturday at Mary Ryan Boys and Girls Club, all from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those seeking assistance should bring proof of address. Education officials are updating performance benchmarks used in Wisconsin's annual school and district report cards. State Superintendent Jill Underly says this.
We want to make sure that our standards and our tests are challenging to kids, so we want to make sure that we're reevaluating it all the time. Things get outdated, and so the process has been to just keep reevaluating. And our report cards, for example, are 15 years old. A lot has changed in those times, so we just want to make sure everything's calibrated.
The Department of Public Instruction says the report cards help school districts understand performance to improve opportunities for students. The updates will be applied to the 2024-2025 report cards, which will be released this fall.
This has been your news update. The Tory Low Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Low Show. And we got a couple stories I got to get to this hour. But before we get to those story ideas, we got Eastside Corey who wants to chime in on what we've been discussing so far today on the show. How you doing, Eastside?
Hey, man, it's so nice to hear your voice live and in person.
Hey,
and I don't want to slow your show down, but I'm coming up here late. I had a doctor's appointment, but I had to chime in because there's some, over the weekend, I was trying to keep up with some of these stories y'all left off on Friday. You may have already gone over this, but I wanted to know what happened to the Sundown City where the young man got beat up. I could not find that story anywhere, so I'm going to have to just go back to your archives. I don't know if you talked about that yet.
Well, right now we organizing, and a lot of things I won't say on the air.
Okay.
But we talked about the initial incident that they had him in the barn out there in Highland, Wisconsin. He was pressed up against the meat grinder, and they was calling him all kinds of N-words, and I'm going to kill you, and he was beaten down at the barn.
And this is the anniversary of Emmett Till the last couple of weeks. I'm just like, this is scaring me. But I wanted to shout out to your producer for the womp, womp, womp. I was crying laughing a few minutes ago. That's my favorite. That's it. That's the one. I don't know what it is about that, but just makes it tickle me. I appreciate that. I don't want to get into anybody else's business arrangements, but the switch off with the morning crew, by the way, the new folks are doing a great job. But I'm attached to this station, okay, and I get attached to people that I really respect and care about. And I don't know what the protocol is to find out the information, or if it's even any of my business.
Well, the thing is, Ben and Carrie have released statements on their pages. So if you follow them online, yes, they have. They both have on their Instagram, and then on their Facebook as well.
I'll go find out for myself then. Okay.
Yeah, it's there. I think Ben did his over the weekend as well.
Okay. Well, just to, I don't know what happened. I'll find out for myself, but that hurt. That hurt me. And then found out something happened to Sherwin. I'm like, what now? What?
And send up prayers for Sherwin. I let him know he is in our prayers.
Okay.
And for a speedy recovery. Yeah. And like I said, he'll be back. I think that many times when things happen, he just probably, in his time where he's healing, he will definitely be back.
Okay. Don't make me worry about y'all. Come on now.
Hey,
I love you.
and
I love you.
and I understand that when you are on the radio and you're in people's lives every day and you get to interact and talk and things like that, even with me, I feel like, oh wow, a lot of these ideas we're talking about came through the Tory Low show.
Well, you do, y'all. This station does something special. You all have a testimony every month about your life and your philosophy, and I appreciate it. It makes me have feelings for all y'all. Okay, and so to just cut that off, it's like, how could I not care? You see what I'm saying? We're all in this together.
And I'll say this: when I entered into the broadcasting world, they said that the door of the broadcasting world is revolving for everybody, and it's going to come a time where, we all may have to come to the fact that I may not be around, or some other people you like on the different stations may not be around. This is just the nature of the business.
It's a fact of life.
Right. And I was told that at a young age.
Yeah. So anyway, whether you had show or prayer, I was having a prayer session for y'all yesterday on Monday. So appreciate you.
Well, God bless you, Eastside. And like I said, keep Sherwin in the prayers, keep Ben, Harry, keep all of us in prayer, because many times we have to continue to move on in spite of what we're going through in our personal lives or what's going on around us, and we got to still be able to deliver. So
I appreciate it. And you're doing more, so I care more. So that's all I need to say. All right, I'll do my homework. Talk to you later.
All right. God bless you. Thank you for tapping in. Well, there's a couple ideas that I wanted to get to in this segment. And when we talk about what's going on around us, I wanted to get these things out the way because there's something going on in Gatekeeping County with a judge who submitted his resignation to Governor Evers. He did this to Governor Evers. He sent his resignation to Governor Evers. And I'm going to tell you this. Why don't, when judges get caught, the judge, the Gatekeeping judge, that when they get caught, they get to resign. They get to get the slap on the wrist. We was talking about the public pretender that got caught in the human sex trafficking ring. He got 45 days, community hours, and some probation. But here goes another judge that got caught in Gatekeeping County for charging a man that wasn't really arrested. We got the news article on this. If y'all watching this rebroadcast live, pay attention to this story with the judge. Let's listen.
Gatekeeping County Judge Mark McGinnis, who's been the focus of a criminal investigation by the Wisconsin Department of Justice, now announcing his intention to resign effective February 1st in a letter to Governor Evers. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Zimmerman. McGinnis is resigning ahead of his term, which is set to expire in 2029. The probe came after the judge ordered a Hortonville contractor to spend time in jail over a financial dispute unrelated to his initial case. The resignation letter reads in part, quote, "This notice is provided to comply with statutory requirements and to allow for an orderly transition in the court. That date has been selected by me for several reasons. It is shortly after my 55th birthday, so my resignation is officially a retirement for purposes of benefits pension. It is the exact middle of my 21st year as judge. It aligns well with other professional opportunities, and most importantly, it is the right time for my family," end quote. As we first reported back in January of last year, contractor Tyler Barth was ordered to spend 90 days in jail unless he repaid a deposit on a contracting job he started but delayed due to weather conditions. According to sources, it was the judge's courthouse employee who contracted him. Barth denied stealing and asked for at least 24 hours to collect the money. Judge McGinnis denied that request. After Barth's defense attorney asked Judge McGinnis about the legal justification for his jail time, the judge took back the 3-month sentence. With the February 1st resignation, it's unclear whether McGinnis will face any criminal charges moving forward.
Oh, wow. See, all right. There's several situations that I could bring up about these officials that's supposed to know better, because when you get in court, they ain't trying to hear none of that. They ain't trying to hear what they say. Ignorance of the law is not a excuse. But when the folks, the judges, the public defender, and there was a judge in that situation with the sex ring on 29th and Kilbourne. What I'm saying is there's two different Americas. There's one where you don't get no advantage, and one where if you in the system, if you're a part of the system somehow, you can get an advantage. And when you're a judge, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better. Like, you're supposed to have it down. You're supposed to know the law. You putting people in jail. Then when they mess up, you don't see the same approach to these judges, to these public defender ideas, to these legalese that's out here. You don't see the same thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people will call into the show and say, if you break the law, you got to pay the price. You know, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. But when it be the politicians, when it be them judges, when it be some of these officers that's supposed to know the law, they get the slap on the wrist. They don't get the harsh sentences unless the community rise all the way up. Unless the community start doing what the Milwaukee Police Department gonna do on September 5th, stand outside City Hall with the protests. Then once they get on the news, and then, you know, the people get concerned about it, next thing you know, they gonna do something about it. This is why I say we got to get back to the power of the people. The people getting lost in the shuffle, and we paying the penalty. That's why I hate when people think that they got it all figured out with the politics. They be talking, and on both sides, they be talking like, you know, that's an important conversation, but they don't know what's going on down the street. They don't know what's happening on the block. They don't know what's nothing else that's going on, but they all in the politics, and they watching Fox 6 News and CNN and MSNBC, and they getting their talking points, and they want to get out here and argue with folks like they see on the TV. But they don't know nothing about nothing that's going on in their own neighborhood. If it don't make the news, they don't know nothing. That's all I'm saying. So when we talk about these stories about these judges and these politicians, understand you ain't in there. You ain't gonna get the same treatment that they get, and you ain't gonna do you can't do what they do. That's why I don't jaywalk. I try to walk at the light. I try to go at the light, DJ Brother Z. What they say, look both ways before you cross the streets. I'm trying to tell you, y'all think I just be saying that. Keep your head on the swivel. Because you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. But it seems like all these folks that's supposed to know better, they the ones getting all of the benefit of the doubt and the slap on the wrist, but they judging us harshly. All right. I'm going to move on. Also, we got another story that I wanted to get to when we get back. We got a story about a young child in the city, a sad story that was put out here by Derek Rose from WISN that I saw over the weekend. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Low Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, Mount Pleasant, and New Berlin. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com. Truth Nation, it's your boy Kyle Walls, and I'm coming through with something special for lucky fans. Tacos and Tequila Fest is going down Saturday, September 13th at Franklin Field. Enjoy your favorite throwback hits with performances by Lil Jon, Pretty Ricky, B.O.B., Trina, and more. This event is strictly 21 and up, so leave the kiddos at home and get ready to vibe out. And guess what? We've got your chance to win free tickets to the hottest fest of the year right here on 101.7 The Truth. We'll be giving away tickets to lucky callers, so make sure you tune in for your chance to win tickets to Tacos and Tequila Fest Milwaukee.
We are the American Cancer Society, making strides against breast cancer. We are nearly 1 million strong and growing stronger every day. Join us on Saturday, October 11th at 8 a.m. at Summerfest Southgate as we come together for the Making Strides of Milwaukee Walk. Whether you walk for a survivor, in the memory of a loved one, or to support the American Cancer Society, you bring us closer to a future free from breast cancer. Are you ready to join the #1 breast cancer movement in the country right here in Milwaukee? Sign up for free today at www.makingstrideswalk.org/Milwaukee WI.
This is the Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I ain't telling no lies, I just
Got outgrown kids' clothes, toys, books, and baby gear? Turn clutter into cash at Just Between Friends, Milwaukee County. Consigners earn 60% and get to shop early with a friend. Unsold items? Donate to help local families in need. The sale runs September 18th through the 21st at the Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center. Pre-sale September 18th. Free shopping September 19th and 20th. Plus half price, pre-sale, and sale paid free tickets online. Register to consign drop-off items September 17th and pick up or donate September 22nd. Visit Milwaukee County JBF Sale. That's Milwaukee County JBFSale.com. Helping families say yes. It's a story that I saw that was very disturbing from our brother Derek Rose about a child in the city of Milwaukee. It was one of those stories that made me shake my head. And once again, I want to warn you that some of the details of this story is definitely disturbing. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video on this. Let's listen.
Is difficult to share and comprehend. That is why it comes with a warning for our viewers. It surrounds the death of a 10-month-old baby girl. Police arrested the child's mother, Shiana Brothers, and say they found the decomposing remains of the little girl inside a locked bedroom at an apartment near 27th and State. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard tonight with the complaint that drew the attention of police.
Milwaukee police first responded to this Westside apartment building last week. A neighbor had called to say it smelled as if, quote, someone was dead inside the home of this woman, 28-year-old Shiana Brothers, who initially told police it was the stench of old food. But in a newly filed criminal complaint, the mother, alone in the house, eventually told officers, quote, He has me hiding her in there and pointed to a locked bedroom door. That's when they made the horrifying discovery. 10-month-old Rain Taylor dead and decomposing in a large cardboard box in the center of the floor, surrounded by flies and maggots.
Did you ever see her with a baby?
No, I never saw her with one baby. I never saw her with a baby. Never.
This neighbor, who wanted to remain anonymous, tells me she noticed the woman spending a lot of time outside her apartment in recent weeks.
I saw her out here. She asked me for some change, and then she stated that it was so stinky in her house and she couldn't go in, she couldn't use the restroom, and I was just wondering why.
Detectives reported having difficulty during her interview, the mom making several incoherent statements and, quote, comments as if the defendant was talking to someone else.
While the woman remains in jail here in Milwaukee, I was able to track down her adoptive mother in Florida. Through tears, she told me she didn't know about baby Rain and that their family hasn't been in contact with her for about 8 years. Although investigators still do not know how the baby girl died, the medical examiner did document evidence of blunt force trauma to her head.
So sad. I have kids of my own. It's a lot of help out here in Milwaukee, so if you ladies need help, get your resources. These babies need to be safe.
In Milwaukee, Hannah Hilliard, WYSN 12 News.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of issues going on, mental health issues going on, and this is why I try to tell people, check on your people. Let's get back to checking on folks because this situation is just sad. A 10-year-old child that will no longer be able to have a future in this city, and this lady who's outside smoking, talking to the neighbors, trying to avoid the stench, in the city of Milwaukee. It's a lot of real issues going on in this city, and we got to pay attention. Thank God for the neighbor that was paying attention to the odd behavior. We got to be more watchful than ever now because I'm going to tell you, it's a wave coming after this flood because a lot of people are exhausted. A lot of people are drained. A lot of people are off balance. So this next wave of issues is already starting. But right now, we in a current wave of where people are mentally not all the way there. They're not mentally all the way there. And when you listen to this story that we just heard, how could someone just allow this to happen? They said the kid, the medical examiner said the kid had blunt force trauma to the head. But this is where I say we got to be more active now than ever, more aware of our surroundings, about the people in our neighborhood, about, we used to know how many kids was in each house on the block because we used to go out and play with the kids. Now that's not happening. This is a sad story, DJ Brother Z. This is one of the tough ones when I heard it. But this is our city. This is what's going on in the city. Only thing I can tell people is to make sure you be like the neighbor in the story and ask questions and be vigilant. And there's some kids in the neighborhood with people that living with people with mental health issues going on. And we just got to make sure we doing our part and observing what's taking place. Because this situation right here, if the neighbor was paying attention, the neighbor saw some distress, she kind of started putting two and two together. Wow. Terrible. Josh says the mother definitely looked like she was having a psychotic episode. Felix says, what's going on with the 14-year-old kid that was pressed against the meat grinder in Highland, Wisconsin? Well, I'll tell you this. What's going on with that kid up in Highland, Wisconsin? We organize. I'm trying to do the show from up there. So we working on some things, and I will let y'all know if y'all want to participate as early as in the next couple days. Follow Tory Low on social media, Facebook, Tory Low, King, on Facebook. Because sometimes you got to know when to, sometimes you got a right to remain silent. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. That's all I'm going to say about that. Keep your eyes open. Keep everybody in the prayers. Keep everybody in the prayers. It's one more story that I want to get to. And this story is the one that DJ Brother Z brought to my attention. Do we got video on this, DJ Brother Z? The U.S. experimented on humans with radioactive oatmeal. This is what they're saying, that the U.S. experimented on humans with the radioactive oatmeal. And you know, we just read a story maybe last week, mid-last week, that they got the radioactive shrimp that was supposed to be going through Walmart. The radioactive shrimp. But now they're saying that the U.S. experimented on humans with the radioactive oatmeal. We got video on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
We're on our way to meet with a researcher right now who has dedicated her career, decades, to declassifying documents and trying to figure out what exactly happened here in the city of St. Louis and what exactly was in that spray. Across the country, the government conducted secret Cold War experiments in plain sight.
It was so secretive that we're really just now sort of digging out from underneath this to try to understand the scale of it.
And Dr. Lisa Martino-Taylor helped uncover many of them.
We know that they were giving radioactive cocktails to pregnant women.
Oh, wow.
We know that they were feeding radioactive oatmeal to children in state schools. They've admitted to those things, and they won't release the material related to St. Louis.
It's true. American children in state-run institutions like the Fernald School were fed radioactive oatmeal as part of studies by MIT sponsored by the Atomic Energy Commission. You can see some of the documents Dr. Martino-Taylor worked to gather and declassify on MIT letterhead describing experiments on human subjects. The children, some of them orphans, were told they'd be joining a science club. They were promised a quart of milk a day, a trip to a baseball game, to the beach. A copy of the 1994 congressional hearing shows those children, now grown, describing being told the oatmeal was just vitamins and recalling the health problems that followed. Lumps on my arms, my stomach. Pregnant women were also unknowingly given radioactive iron at top hospitals in Tennessee and California to study how radiation crossed the placenta, some later reporting miscarriages, illness, or birth defects. A class action lawsuit resulted in a settlement in the 90s. Do you believe the U.S. government sprayed some kind of radioactive material on the residents of St. Louis?
I believe that they did. There's so much contextual evidence that points that way, and I spent years looking at this.
All right, well, all I'm going to say is this is why I tell people get back to the power of the people, because there's so many experiments that the government then did on regular citizens unknowingly, and particularly blacks. So I don't put a lot of trust in that area like that. We keep an eye on it. We talk about it. But when I'm out in the community, I don't look at that way as a way to resolve a lot of the issues that I'm dealing with. I just do it, and we just go do it. And then y'all look up on the news and it got done. Or y'all look up on Facebook and it was done. I don't even look that way to think that they're going to try to be a huge assistance on the front lines. I don't. Honestly, I don't. But since we talking about it and since it's in our face, we talk about it. But if we don't start getting back to us and we start leaving things into their hands, you might eat some radioactive oatmeal. They might have your kids spray you with something that they experimenting on. Or they might come up with a jab that they may say, you know, and you might find out it wasn't that. Okay? Y'all trusting the government like that, and I don't. I deal with it. We talk about it. It's a part of our community because it's something that's there, and we got to deal with it. But when it comes to resolve, only thing I look to is the person that's next to me to get it done. That's it. And when we get it done, I come back and talk about the folks who were supposed to get it done. But this radioactive oatmeal, DJ Brother Z, that's a lot. And then we just talked about the radioactive shrimp. And so they didn't say if it actually made it to Walmart, but that radioactive shrimp is at Walmart. Or it was supposed to be at Walmart, or I don't know. They weren't really clear to say if it really actually made it through Walmart. But I'm going to tell you right now, anytime you hear something on the news about something like shrimp being radioactive or anything that's messed up, shut it down. Because you're getting it too late. You're getting it late. It might be in the seafood boil. You might be in that seafood boil eating that radioactive shrimp. I don't know. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the line by advocate author Elizabeth Brown. Hey, stay like that right here on Tory Low.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Low Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home. But when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Watching them work from idea to installation gives you the ability to see firsthand the care taken to ensure the Pella experience is complete. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Server restrictions apply. It's 9/30/2025.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Here is Kyle Wallace with his truth.
Truth Nation, I guess I've officially graduated from big bro to unk status, at least according to my little cousin. That's what he said. Now, at first I pushed back a little bit, and I was offended by the assertion that I was old enough to be unk. But after a little thought, y'all, I actually embraced the label of being unk and the responsibility which comes with being quote-unquote unk. See, as unk, I think it's my duty to look out for and support the youth and young cats coming up after me. Embrace the role as being a mentor and role model and aim to protect our kids at all costs. With the news cycle always seemingly being negative towards the youth, we need to take it back upon ourselves to change the narrative and uplift our youth. Our kids are so much more than fights, stolen cars, Kia boys, or acting a fool in public. We can't allow a small population of children to depict who our kids really are in the city of Milwaukee. You have to resist the urge to want to bash our kids and be so quick to pass judgment or disparage the youth. And we gotta stop acting as if we were not once in their shoes, making poor decisions, having regrets. I know we have all been there. Now, regardless of how funny it may sound to say YN, don't label our kids that. That is far from a term of endearment, and we have to remember you become what people call you. If someone calls you dumb over and over and over again, you may start believing that you are dumb, and you may start having self-doubt in oneself. Don't put that type of self-hating energy on our youth, Milwaukee. We need to call them YKs and YQs for young kings and young queens, even when they might frustrate you. Remember, they are still only kids. With the summer being here, there is no better time to encourage them to aspire to be great. Give them positive reinforcement. Give them positive affirmation until we get it through their minds on who they really are and what they can become. An unstoppable force of greatness.
Listen to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace weekdays from noon to 1 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Sports franchise valuations are skyrocketing and garnering a lot of attention from investors. Nicole Pullen-Ross is one of the highest-ranking black women on Wall Street, and she's head of sports and entertainment solutions at Goldman Sachs. And she spoke to Bloomberg about the different investors she works with in sports.
Some of our clients who are long-term investors in the space have been investing as a private family for generations. And those families have really leaned in mostly around passion. And we're seeing them look not only to the sport that they may have started with, but look at multiple sports, potentially in the same city or potentially across the world. And we see new investors who are trying to put a toe in the water.
A lot of these new investors are coming from private equity. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. A tough one for the Brewers on Monday afternoon. They fall to the Phillies by a final score of 10-8. The Brewers tying the game in the 8th inning, but Abner Uribe surrendering 2 runs in the 9th, and the Brewers go on to lose Game 1 of their 3-game series. They enter today with a 5.5-game lead in the National League Central Division. Off day today, the Brewers will pick things back up on Wednesday evening. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are prepping officially for Week 1 of the NFL season. Head coach Matt LaFleur talking about his newest Packer, Micah Parsons.
I mean, he can wreck a game in a hurry. And I just know going against him and having a game plan, you just got to be very, very careful who you're putting down him and just what type of protections you're doing.
The Packers will resume practice this week. Limited participation for Micah Parsons in his first practice as a Packer on Monday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting our hometown team, member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
By your side, do or die. Another one. For my DJ Khaled. Brother.
Looking to save on gently used kid clothes, toys, books, and baby gear? Just Between Friends, Milwaukee County is helping families say yes. From September 18th through the 21st at Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center. Shop thousands of items in one place. September 18th is pre-sale day. Paid tickets online gives first pick plus free tickets for first-time parents, grandparents, veterans, first responders, teachers, and daycare directors. Consign your gently used items, earn 60%, and shop early with a friend. For more information, go to Milwaukee County, jbfsale.com. That's Milwaukee County, jbfsale.com. Families serving families. Joining me on the lines is advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, happy Tuesday. I just want to talk about this takeover, the street takeover concept that's been going on all weekend. A lot of people are worried about public safety. How do you feel about it?
I mean, again, as Truth Nation called in and stated, there was no shootings. Again, we've been stating it since the beginning of the Tory Low Show about how, in West Allenz and these suburbs, when their kids were being arrested from skateboarding on private property, they started to build skate parks in their communities. And we've stated several times, again, we know one thing for sure and two for certain, ain't nothing for these kids to do, okay? Back in our day, there was teen clubs. Again, we a little delayed because, again, when we think about Too Fast, Too Furious, when it came out versus what's happening right now in Milwaukee, tomato. But why isn't there funds being put for these kids to, one, again, when we see their interest, what we do most is what we do best. If we see that's where their interest is going, why don't we invest in what it is that they're showing us that they want to do? Because, again, these could be NASCAR drivers. If we take the energy that they have and put it in the right direction, because when you think about, NASCAR drivers, and again, salute to the first black NASCAR woman who's changing the tires and stuff. So salute to her. I don't know her name. Y'all can look her up, though. But she's doing an amazing job. Salute to that queen. But if we put energy and build establishments for this energy to go, then that's a whole nother area that we can put our youth in who have, because clearly, Tory, it was packed streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody got shot because they was out there. It was a whole, like White Widow said, it was a whole party. She wanted to be in there, you know?
Right.
However, at the end of the day, nobody got shot. Nobody, again, if
added
we
to the homicide
able
rate.
to, period. But if we take the energy, just like yourself and myself, when you see what football did for you, with the energy that you had, where you could have been a part of the individuals who in your class of 95 who went to the penitentiary because they didn't have somebody to reroute their energy into something else. It can be avoided. So instead of the mayor standing up saying, let's ticket, more cops, there's a shortage. And now the same people who sitting up, again, who allowed the police to tear gas us when we were out here protesting, now the police is about to protest, okay? But at the same time, there's no arresting our way out of what's going on or ticketing our way out of what's going on. We're already being over-ticketed, Again, the police department gets, the majority of our budget, and they're short-staffed, and they don't, their contract was dead, I think, some years ago, if you do the math. If you check the trap and find out exactly, they're riding on a contract that's not even valid. So we're talking about paperwork again for NPS, MPD too. You know what I'm saying? But it don't stop our dollars from going there. So how do I feel about the kids? Again, there was nobody shot, so we need to be paying attention to that. And again, creating something where, since we know that that's what they like, use, like you stated with, T-Pain. They should allow that to happen as well. Again, if we find them something to do, idle time is the devil time. And it's just so crazy to me how everybody is out here talking about fear. How are you representing you believe in any God, and every word come out of your mouth is you scared or you're fearful? How? At some point, the people who not scared need to be getting paid to do something. Because, again, we have Cavalier Johnson, who just hired somebody in wellness and safety, who violated somebody that should have been safe but wasn't. Again, he talking about putting money. Where is he getting this money from? Where's the new ideas coming from? Where is the, again, ghost police that's supposed to be trailing downtown? He's talking about closing off streets. The taxpayers who paid to be able to go down those streets now can't go down those streets. But in reality, it's like the contradiction is real all the way across the board. And that's what people need to be honing in on, because at the end of the day, if we find something for our children to do, if we go to putting our money where our mouth is and making things for them to do, not the things that we
want them to do in their spare time. Because, again, that's kids who not on the internet, you know what I'm saying, bullying somebody or doing something else ignorant. We can create something beautiful for the individuals who not scared to drive fast, to do the donuts and things like that. That can go into promotions and everything else. Mechanics. I mean, if you think about how many jobs you can create if you build something for these kids who like to see donuts and the individuals who like to be behind the wheel, who not afraid to do the donuts or drive fast. Do you know how many kids we can send to NASCAR? We can take that over, too. Because clearly we've been doing it in Milwaukee for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, put the energy in the right direction is all I'm saying that we should be able to do. Because, again, all of the money that we give to the police department, who, one, is short-staffed and they're about to protest, okay, then we'll be doing something. So.
Well, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on today's show. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Low Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Truth fam, this is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
You know, it's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources, Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
We are the American Cancer Society, making strides against breast cancer. We are nearly 1 million strong and growing stronger every day. Join us on Saturday, October 11th at 8 a.m. at Summerfest Southgate as we come together for the Making Strides of Milwaukee Walk. Whether you walk for a survivor, in the memory of a loved one, or to support the American Cancer Society, you bring us closer to a future free from breast cancer. Are you ready to join the #1 breast cancer movement in the country right here in Milwaukee? Sign up for free today at www.makingstrideswalk.org/MilwaukeeWI.
Rivalry baseball in September? It doesn't get any better. Join the Brewers as they battle the Cardinals Friday, September 12th through Sunday the 14th. While the action heats up, you can gear up for fall baseball with the Brewers crew neck giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on Saturday the 13th. Then bring the whole family for Looney Tunes Day on Sunday the 14th. The home stretch of the season is here, and you don't want to miss it. Get in on the action at brewers.com/tickets.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I turn shorty up, sipping on that 1942. I got my 42. Oh, you got your 42. I got 40 of them. I rock Cardi's, you can't see my eyes because I be pouring up. I've been riding with choppers.
1017 The Truth, Tory Low Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Elizabeth Brown. It's the first day of school
sir.
for Milwaukee Public Schools. If the kids is back in school.
Hey, salute to the babies. Salute to all the teachers that really give a damn. That's in there, for the education of our children. And while everybody getting raises, the teachers definitely need to be getting raises. So,
well,
yeah,
DJ
salute.
Brother Z said that something happened with Riverside. What took place? Oh, okay. Something went on with Riverside where they couldn't
have a mercury spill.
They had a mercury spill at Riverside where they had to cancel the first day of school. Chemical spill delays first day of school at Riverside High School in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. Riverside, so, put y'all outfit back.
We were just there for Family Fest.
We was, and it was a beautiful thing, too, so salute to Riverside. We was just there. That was real. But salute to them.
Hopefully nobody was negatively affected by the spill, but they saying that the first day was delayed at Riverside. But like I said, it's the first day for MPS overall, and we got to just kind of continue to encourage the young people to achieve greatness.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, anything we do most is what we do best. And we have to make sure that our children are setting goals for their own lives. Therefore, they don't get caught up, because, even as an adult, I make it my business, too, to make a goal list for myself so you don't get distracted, because you can easily get distracted if you don't have a focus. And so when you set those goals, when those distractions go to showing up, you hone in on what it is that you need to do, and you ask yourself, so if I react to that, would it take me away from this? And if it's a yes, then you go in the opposite direction, So salute to all our babies. We love you. We support you. And I know that majority of our children will be great. And for all the parents, it's our time to make sure that our children are great and that they have what it is that they need. And even the ones who are not parents, as a community, you can tell a lot by a community by how we allow what's going on with our children to be. So with that being said, I think, it's going to be a great season. We got to keep our head on a swivel, and we have to make sure that we hold the individuals accountable, including those who get paid top dollar. Okay? We not checking you. We checking our dollars. So you can take it personally if you want to, but you get paid to do a damn job, and we expect you to do your job and not only do it, but do it well. So with that being said, King, hey, it's Tuesday, first day of school for all the babies. Y'all little outfits and stuff. I'm going to have to, I ain't been online. I'm going to have to get online and see their little pictures and stuff,
right.
Of they new fits. I remember having those first days, and, you've been laid your clothes out and all that. So, again, hopefully everybody had a great day. And if not, tomorrow will be better. We're going to claim it right now. And, King, we working. Again, it's Milwaukee, but we could be anywhere else, but we chose to be here. So
right. And I'll tell you this, this is an amazing thing that I found out this summer, that there were a lot of kids that listened to the show over the summer. And you got, I think Pam said one of her kids can impersonate Liz Brown. I'm trying to get that recorded. So, Pam, if you out there and we can get that recorded, I want to play it on the show.
Absolutely. Salute to baby girl for representing. I would love to hear her impersonate me. And I think it's an honor.
I want to hear how she,
Pam,
I want to hear what she
parent.
say,
Me too. I want to hear what she say too. I'm here for it. Bring that smoke,
Young flamethrower out there. The young flamethrower. Hey, 7551.
Absolutely. She on the right track.
7551 says salute to all the staff, parents, guardians who play and input into helping prepare the students for success.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's powerful. That's
we love y'all. and we working. Absolutely, King. Let's get it.
All right, Queen. Well, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual. And we got a lot of work to do.
Hey, salute. Let's get it.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory Low from 104. Green don't know me. Go. Let's get it.
All right. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hey, the chat was powerful. It was a powerful chat today as usual. Salute to everybody that called in. Salute to everybody on the Talk to Text. Salute to everybody that joined the show out there in Radio Land. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Oh.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Your expression on your face, that's got